Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you were not audible, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Now, Prabhuji, voice is not coming. Voice is not coming.
Hare Krishna. Is it working now? Can you hear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Wishing you all a very auspicious Akshay Tritiya. I hope you are all observing. As the festival says, it is Akshay. Everything in bhakti that we do is Akshay. But today is a special day. It is more empowered. It is called Hari Vallabha. This day of Akshay Tritiya, Srila Sanatan Goswami in his Hari Bhakti Vilas, he mentions this from Padma Puran, and he says that this Tithi, Tritiya of this month is Hari Vallabha. It enhances our devotional service. And any activity that we perform, it will have an eternal, everlasting impact. There are 3.5 days, which are considered to be perfect in terms of the position of the sun and the moon. Which are called as the Sarv Siddhi Divas or Sarv Siddhi Muhurat. The first day of the Vedic calendar, it is called the Yugadi. Any one of you know Yugadi? It is from the first day of the Vedic calendar, which is the Chaitra month. It is also called Gudi Padwa in South, and this is the commencement of New Year of the Vedic calendar. So that day is all auspicious. You can do any auspicious activity. You don't need to consult any of the Brahmins or any of the Panchang. And the other day is the Vijayadashmi, the day Lord Ramchandra slain Ravana. The third is Akshay Tritiya, today's day. And there is another day which is considered not full but half. Like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had 3.5 very intimate internal or just associates in Puri. And that half day is the Purnima day of Sharad Purnima, Kartik, the first moon day of Kartik. So this 3.5 days is very, very auspicious. Okay, did you perform Mangalacharan or still to do?
Yes, Prabhuji, we perform.
So on Akshay Tritiya, many auspicious appearances are there, many auspicious events are there. This day has unlimited glory. Because time is short, so I will try to share some of them with you. We all know that in this material world, anything that comes into being, it remains for some time, it is temporal, and finally it perishes. So the feature of this material world, it is called that it is apakshiyate. Everything is demolished, or it deteriorates, and finally it dwindles and dies. Shriyate. But today is a day when any activity one performs, auspicious activity, it will have an everlasting impact. So, and it is called Akshay. Shay means that which can terminate or that which will have an end. And Akshay means that which will never see the end. So the soul, the Atma is Akshay and the body is Shay. But it is Akshay and Tritiya. Tritiya means the third day. So today is the third day of this month of Vaishakh, Tritiya. And coincidentally today is the date also is, as per English calendar, is also third. So today is the third day. So the English calendar and the Vedic calendar are corresponding together. This is rare. So many historical events, one of the main aspect of Akshay Tritiya is that Treta Yuga, that this Treta Yuga which happened in this Divya Yuga, it commences from Akshay Tritiya. And what is the recommended process of self-realization in Treta Yuga? What is the recommended process of self-realization in Treta Yuga?
यज्ञ कृष्णा यज्ञ करना राम जी के टाइम पे जी
Yes. और यज्ञ करने के लिए क्या चाहिए? If you have to perform sacrifice, what you need to have?
शुद्ध घी भी चाहिए हरे कृष्णा और वैसे पंडित भी चाहिए जो वेदों का अच्छे से
You need to perform ahuti. So barley, jaw, the sacred grain jaw was also that appeared today, so that one can perform yajna. The Treta Yuga begins from today, and also today is the appearance day of Lord Parshuram, the sixth incarnation of the Supreme Lord, Lord Vishnu. So today is also Parshuram Jayanti. And Lord Parshuram, he appeared to slay all the demoniac kings. So he is the Satyavesh avatar, and his avatar is famous for Dush Samharan Shakti. That Avesh or that Shakti is to eradicate all the Dushta, all the demoniac kings. So he slain all the Kshatriya kings 21 times. 21 times. That is a very interesting history behind it, that how he killed Kartavya Arjun, very, very prominent king, and then how his sons were also slain by Parshuramji. So today is Parshuram Jayanti, and also today Mother Ganges descended on planet Earth. Today is the day when Mother Ganges descended from the heavenly planets to this earth on the tremendous effort of King Bhagirath. King Bhagirath performed very severe austerity, and he pleased Mother Ganges, and he also pleased Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva could hold the flow of Mother Ganges on his head in his locks, so she could come, otherwise she would pierce the earth with her flow. So much was the intensity of our flow. And today also is the day of Akshay. So it is very much associated with the Pandavas also. Because today is the day before they were exiled. When they were exiled, so Suryadev gave the Pandavas the Akshay Patra, so that they would never ever starve, or there would be never inadequacy of grain of food for them. Today also, the Supreme Lord, he descended in one of his incarnations when Draupadi was being disrobed by Dusashan. That also happened on Akshay Tritiya. And the Supreme Lord incarnated as Akshay in the form of Vastra. So Krishna appeared in the form of the Vastra, so Akshay Vastra. So the sari became unlimited of Draupadi. Today is also the day when Krishna's very old friend Sudama came to meet him in Dwarka. Today is the meeting day, the Milan of Brahman Sudama with Dwarkadish Krishna. Today is also the day when the treasurer Kuber of the demigods, he satisfied the demigods and he was appointed the treasurer. So many times you will see people are very much interested in buying gold today. Not for devotees. No need. The greatest goal for us is to perform devotional service. If we perform devotional service to the golden avatar, Shri Gaur Nitai, that service will have inexhaustible results. So there's no need. But Kuber was appointed as treasurer today. He got the post position and the opulence of being the treasurer of the demigod. Also, Srila Vyasadeva, he composed Mahabharata. He dictated to Ganesh, demigod Ganesh, and Ganesh ji used to script the entire epic of Mahabharata. So in this way, many historical events have happened. Also today is a very special day for Lord Jagannath. Because from today, on the day of Akshay Tritiya, you see, all the chain of events happen. From today there will be the beginning of the Chandan Yatra. The Lord is feeling too much of heat. So he will be anointed with Chandan. His entire body will be smeared, will be covered with Chandan. So that the heat cannot affect it. Just imagine. He is Sarvalok Maheshwara. And one who worships him is freed from all the taps. Prasade sarvadukkhana haniyasya upajayate. Prasanna chetta hiyasu buddhi paryavatishtase. The Supreme Lord is assuring in the second chapter. Find out the verse. I think it is 2.64 or 2.65. So, the three Vida taps, Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik and Adhyatmika, cannot impact a devotee of the Lord. So how is it possible that it can impact the Lord himself? It is not possible. But he performs his pastime, his pleasure pastime, his Leela. And in this Leela, he wants to glorify his devotees. There are series of events starting from Akshay Tritiya. In Jagannath Puri, there is Chandan Yatra for 42 days. We observe for 21 days. I will take a separate session on that. Very interesting. So many details. So the Chandan Yatra for 21 days starting from today, that happens in Jagannath Puri, it is called the Bahir. It is external. Where the deities, the Utsava deities come out and they go to Narendra Sarovar and they enjoy the boat ride. And of course, sandalwood is smeared on their body. But another 21 days Chandan Yatra is there, which happens inside. It is heated. You know that? Any one of you, Udiya? Jagannath Sevak? You know about the details of Chandan Yatra? In Jagannath Puri? You find out in that book, Jagannath. It will be there. It happens for 42 days. Very special. And it is happening since Satiyuga. It did not commence after Madhvendra Puri. It was already happening since Satiyuga. So today is the day when their lordships, there is a very beautiful procession which comes out. There are Utsav deity of Jagannath and Baladev, which is called Rama and Krishna. You would have never heard about that. But they appear today. They come out and give audience and darshan and blessings to all the people. Devadatta, you are in Bhubaneswar?
Yes, Prabhuji, I am from Nagad, nearby to Bhubaneswar.
Have you heard about that?
Chandan Yatra I saw, Prabhuji, but experiencing that one I have not.
So,
I have seen Chandan Yatra.
there are many sets of deities which come out. Baldev in the form of Balram and Jagannath in the form of Krishna. Then there is Lakshmi, and then there is Saraswati, who is known as Jagadhatri. and there is Madan Mohan Deity. Madan Mohan Deity, you all know, that is there besides Lord Jagannath. And then there are also Lord Shiva's 5 deities, which are called as the Panch Pandavas. They also come. So there is a very beautiful procession. I will share the details with you if I get time, when I get time. So, and they go for a very beautiful boat ride in Narendra Pushkarni, which is near to Lord Jagannath temple. When you go to Puri, there is this Narendra Sarovar, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also used to go and sport. So these deities, they go and take boat ride, and there is a very beautiful procession. Also from today's date, the commencement of the Yatra. So see, first it is the Chandan Yatra, where the Lord is anointed with the sandalwood paste, but he is still not satisfied in Jagannath Puri. Then he will have Snan Yatra. So much of water will be poured on. He is still not feeling, relief from the heat. Then what he will have? He will have Rath Yatra. He will mount on the chariot. Still he is not satisfied. Then he will have Jhulan Yatra. So all series of processions will continue from Chandan Yatra to Snan Yatra to Rath Yatra and then to Jhulan Yatra. Very beautiful. From today, all this series of festivals are drawn. And also from today, in Jagannath Puri, there is commencement of the Ratha construction. The 3 big logs, they are placed, and there is an axe of gold. Like you have seen, you have heard that when the Rath Yatra begins, that there is the broom of gold, which the Gajapati of Raja of Puri, he comes and he sweeps the street. That is with the golden broom. So similarly, for making chariot, starting the commencement of the chariot building of Lord Jagannath, there is a golden axe. And that golden axe is placed today. There are hundreds and thousands of specialized carpenters who will start building the Rath Yatra cart from today. So it all starts from today. So in this way, there are many, many festivals. Even in the north, the Nar Narayan, the Lord of this universe, Nar Narayan, Badrinath, their doors are open today. From today, people are allowed to go and take darshans of Nar Narayan in Badrinath. Also in Simhachalam. Pradeep Prabhu, you have been to Simhachalam? I remember once you told me.
Probably I have been.
Huh?
Yes, probably I have been there.
So today in Simhachalam, there is a very, very extraordinary situation, extraordinary event. Because in Simhachalam, the deity is of Ugra Narsimha. Very, very ferocious form of Narsimha. And to keep him cool, entire year his body is smeared with chandan, not just 21 days or 42 days. It is 365 days. And you see, the deity is small and the coating and the covering of chandan is huge. If the deity will be say 10 kg, the chandan will be 30 kg. So you can hardly see the deity. Why? Because it is completely covered and it is enamored with chandan. And they don't remove chandan. They keep adding chandan every day. Just imagine how much chandan will be there. Just to keep the deity cool. And today, in the morning hours, in the early hours, in the Mangal Aarti, only one day on Akshay Tritiya, what they do is they remove all the chandan. They remove all the chandan and they do abhishek of the deities. And only today you can take darshan of the deities. When did you visit, Pradeep Prabhu?
Almost 10 years probably.
No, it was covered with chandan or you could see the deity? The deity you can only see on.
Yes, probably. That day only I went. Actually, the time I was in Vizag. So that day I went. So it was heavy, many devotees are there. So it took long time for darshan and
So it was covered
just
with
only. Yes, probably.
chandan?
It was removed that day and immediately after that time
Yeah.
they applied. Yes.
Few hours, and it is said that the deity is so powerful if chandan is not applied, the heads of the pujaris will burst. That is true. When in our Mayapur also temple, the Ugra Narsimha was being established, it was very difficult. I mean, his ferocious form, he was burning everything. And no pujari was having the, confidence to go and, come near to Narsimha. So he appeared to Pankaj Jangri Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu and told them that you come and worship me. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. You are my devotees. You are pure souls to come and worship. So in this way, in Sri Mahachalam, there is a very big festival today that the Lord's Chandan is removed and then the entire Vigraha, one can take very close darshan, beautiful darshan. And then after the afternoon, again then Chandar is smeared. So in this way, many festivals. Also today, the goddess Annapurna, who is the presiding deity of nourishing everyone, she also appeared. Also worship of Srinathji in Nathadwara, which was established by Sri Vallabhacharya. So that also there is a very big festival and it starts to happen today. So there are so many reasons, but for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the prime reason is the Chandan Yatra. That the Supreme Lord, he accepts the ointment of Chandan all over his body. We have heard that a devotee, when he knows, when he comes to know that the Lord is pleased with any of his offering, what he does, he smears his body with that to please the Lord. That is Hanumanji. What do you see in Hanumanji? When Hanumanji asks Sita Devi that what are you, adding in the mid of your head as the red powder. So she told that this pleases your Lord Ramachandra. So what Hanumanji did, Bajrangbali, he anointed his entire body with Sindhu. Lalade lali lase arudhare lal lambu. So he smeared his entire body to please the Supreme Lord. That we have heard of Hanumanji. But here we see that the Supreme Lord, he anoints his whole body with the sandalwood paste to give glory and to bring the fame and name of his devotee. And for how many years this is happening? It is happening since last more than 600 years. And in how many places? Unlimited places. In Jagannath Puri, in Vrindavan, in Dwarika, everywhere. Not just in India, outside India, everywhere. So this is a festival of loving reciprocation of the Supreme Lord and his pure devotee, Sripad Madhavendra Puri. Because the Supreme Lord was not satisfied with the glory of his devotee. Because Madhavendra Puri Pad, when he went to Braj, he was very advanced in age till the time he reached Braj. I was hearing in one class, one of our sannyasis, Sri Bodhanand Maharaj was explaining that Madhavendra Puri was beyond 85, he was 88 years when he reached Govardhan. And Gopal came in his dream. And what did Gopal say? That for so long I have been waiting for you. That day we were discussing that Krishna was also waiting for so long for Arjuna to appear because he wanted to give Bhagavad Gita. But there was no one qualified. So Krishna says, Sa Kalina Mahata Yogo Nashta Parantapa. Although this disciplic succession was broken since long time, but now Bhakto Sima Saka Cheti Rahasyami Etaduttamam. Because you are my friend and my loving devotee, I am giving this secret to you. So I am re-establishing the broken parampara. You will become the parampara head. So similarly, when Madhavendra Puri reached Govardhan and he performed the parikrama of Govardhan, so Gopal came to him in his dream and he said, Bahudin tomar patha kari nirakshana kabe asi madhavama karibe sevana. Very good. I didn't find time today. I had to speak in the morning, but somehow, by Krishna's arrangement, Guru Raghunath Maharaj came, so he gave the class. So again, then I did not see. So what Gopal is saying, Bahudin tomar patha kari nirakshana. Patha means the way, the mark. So Krishna is saying that Bahudin tomar patha kari nirakshana. So how long I have been waiting for you? I have been observing the pathways, that when will that day come? That Kave Asi Madhavama. What a glorious position of Madhavendra Puri. Gopal is saying, Kavi Asi Madhav Ama. My devotee Madhavendra Puri, when he will come in this direction, and Karibe Sevan, when he will serve me, when he will rescue me, when he will take me out of my vulnerable position. So the Lord was waiting, wanting, desiring when the day will come when Madhavendra Puri will arise. And after arriving, he will rescue him, restore him, and his worship, the service of Gopal will begin. And he says that it is only because of you that I am appearing. If you will read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami very beautifully explains. So the deity does not manifest for anyone and everyone. This principle is very, very clear, and I have seen that in my experience also. The deities appear to accept service from their devotees. So it is not easy and it is not cheap. Not everyone can serve the deities. It will never happen. So because the Lord chooses his servants, and whoever the Lord empowers to the parampara, they are given a chance to serve. So the Lord says that I am manifesting only because of your love. For so long I was not appearing. I had disappeared. That is why Krishna says, Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samadhitam. Mudhoyam nabhijanati. The foolish cannot know me. So it is out of love of Madhavendra Puri that the first deity in Vraja manifested in the form of Gopal. And he is the same Gopal who is the Girivardhan, who is the Lord of Vraja, who is the sweetheart of all the Vrajavasis, all the Gopals, all the Gotis. So we see that Madhavendra Puri path rescues. Time is short, so I will explain in short, but I will come to the point of Chandan Yatra. So how Madhavendra Puri. Today we had the opening of Patna temple. Any one of you noticed?
Yes,
Sarika,
Prabhuji.
Sarika is very, frequent YouTube subscriber. I know. And maybe Yagnesh also. Yagnesh, did you not notice?
What, Prabhuji?
You would have watched.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have also noticed that Mayapur में program चल रहा था.
I have good idea who watches where. Anyway. So Patna temple opening has been done. It is 3-day session. Today was the 3rd day. It was happening since last.
Yes, Prabhuji, I know.
Your echo is there, Baba. Just take care of that. And so many months preparation was done. But Madhavendra Puri Path, he established the deity in just one day. And such a festival was organized that in the history such a festival has never been organized. Such a grand scale opening has never happened in history since the time of Madhavendra Puri. It was such a big festival. It was like an Annakut. And in details, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can read. Some of you, if you have, interest and inclination, one of the most nectarine chapters of all the Vedic literature is Madhya Leela, chapter 4, the glories of the devotional service of Sripad Madhvendra. Devotional service of Sri Madhvendra. So, and when he restored Gopal to the dizzy heights of Govardhan, he performed very elaborate Abhishek. That Abhishek standard has never been reached. There were hundreds and thousands of pots where Yamuna water, even today, I am told even today, if you go to Srinathji where Gopal is being worshipped, the same deity who appeared to Madhven Puri, every day there is a bus. Jagnesh, you find out the details. Every day there is a bus which comes to Mathura and it takes 2 silver pots of Yamuna water from Mathura and carries every day to Nathadwara because Gopal only takes bath with the Yamuna water, not with any other water or ordinary water. Till date, it is still happening. So Madhvendra Puri Path, he arranged for such elaborate Abhishek, thousands and thousands of Brajavasis. They were engaged in doing Abhishek of Gopal. So much scented oil was rubbed on him, so much massage was happened. And then he did Abhishek with Panchagavya and Panchamrit also. So there were so many offerings made. And for 2 years it happened, not 1 day or 2 days. Since the time he was established, for 2 continuous years, this festival happened. And after 2 years, Gopal again appears in the dream of Madhven. I want to take that payar. Just give me 1 minute. Because without payar, the comment is incomplete. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. So much has happened. In 2 years, there is such elaborate Abhishek happening every day. There is so much of service happening every day. Gopal is being massaged every day. And so much of offering is being made every day. Hundreds and thousands of Brajavasis from all over, not only just Brajavasis, from far distant places also everybody is coming and serving Gopal. But Gopal wants something else. Here it says, E mata vatsara dui karila sevana eke dine puri gosai dekhila swapana. In this way, the deity worship in the temple were very gorgeously performed for 2 years. Then one day, Madhvendra Puri had a dream. Very beautiful. See the verse, the payar. Gopal kahe puri amar tapa nahi aya malaye chandana lepa sabe se judaya. So Gopal kahe puri amar. So Gopal is still not satisfied. What is he not satisfied? He is not satisfied with the glories of Madhvendra Puri. In 1970s, late 60s, 69, Srila Prabhupada, after preaching and establishing ISKCON society in Europe and America, he wanted to settle in Los Angeles. Prabhupada had declared Los Angeles as the headquarters of ISKCON worldwide. And Prabhupada wanted to stay in Los Angeles because he had set the standard, and Los Angeles was very much in line with the standard set by Srila Prabhupada. It was one of the most prominent temples, the most flourishing temple at that time. And Prabhupada wanted to stay in Los Angeles. And he told his disciple, he had met TBC, that you travel and preach, and I will stay in Los Angeles and I will translate books till the end of my life. Because Prabhupada always feared that because of his advanced age, he does not have many days left. So one day he was praying to Rukmani Dwarkadish, and Rukmani Dwarkadish told Prabhupada that no, you cannot stay here. We have a plan for you. He said, what is the plan? You have to go to India. Prabhupada was told by Bhaktivedanta disciple to go and preach in the Western speaking world. He came here to execute the order of his spiritual master, and he was very successful initially. But Rukmini Dwarkadish said that you go to India. Why? Because we want you to spread Krishna consciousness in Bharatvarsh. Your work is half done, still not done. So similarly, Madhven Puri, what was his service? Gopal said that you established me on top of Govardhan Hill, and Madhven Puri did that very successfully. Everybody was engaged in service, but Gopal is still not satisfied. He says that Puri Amar Tapa nahi jaye. So what he says, see, please, very attentively, so many times we have heard this story, but I don't know how much we have looked for what Gopal is saying. Gopal kahe Puri Amar Tapa nahi jaye, Malaye ja chandan lepe, tabe se julaye. So then he says that I want a special type of chandan, not any chandan or ordinary chandan. It is the Malaye ja chandan. Prabhupada says in his dream, Madhven Puri saw Gopal, who said, my bodily temperature still has not decreased. Please bring sandalwood from the Malay province and smear the pulp over my body to cool me. So Prabhupada in the purport gives a very deep detail. He says the word Malaja is used to indicate the sandalwood produced of Malay province. Sometimes the word Malay refers to modern country of Malaysia. Formerly, this country also produced sandalwood, but now they have found it profitable to produce rubber trees. Although the Vedic culture was once prevalent in Malaysia, now all the inhabitants are Muslim. The Vedic culture is now lost in Malaysia, Java and Indonesia. So here, Gopal is saying that Malaja Chandan Lepi, Tabe se julaye. So what he is saying, that you go where? You go to the province of Puri. Because this Chandan Lepan, this Chandan Lep, which Gopal is asking, it has been happening in Jagannath Puri since the time of Maharaj Indradumna. It's nothing new. It was happening. And what Maharaj Indradumna and his descendants and his lineage, what the kings used to do, they used to send their ships through the route of sea. And they would carry the precious stones and grains from India. And from Malaysia, they would bring the Malay Chandan. And that Chandan mixed with camphor was offered for Lord Jagannath. So, Gopal is telling Madhven Puri that I want that Chandan. That Chandan which is being offered to Jagannath. So that is why no one else could go. And here he is saying that you go. You don't assign anyone to go. Madhven Puri had so many, in 2 years, so much of worship was happening. So many Gopal devotees came. And the entire Braja was Gopal devotee. You could have asked anyone to go. But no. Very special. Because if you are doing deity worship, do not try to assign it to someone else until it is very, very emergency. The Lord chooses His servant. Many times we do, अरे हम कहीं बाहर जा रहे हैं, पड़ोसी को दे दिया, किसी को दे दिया, इधर दे दिया, उधर दे दिया, कोई दिक्कत हुआ तुरंत दे दिया. That should not be the standard. only when Gopal told specifically Madhavendra Puri that you must go. So Madhavendra Puri had to leave, so he assigned. And whom did he assign? For 2 years in Braj, his service was happening, but there were 2 Bengali Brahmins who came. Very interesting point, very deep point, that Madhavendra Puri did not assign deity worship to any Brajvasi. He gave it to the Brahmins, those who came from Madhva. So deity worship has to be considered very, very sincere. In Braj we see what we see, the Madan Gopal, that Brajvasi Chaube, that Mataji, what she was doing, she was performing Datun and she was preparing khichdi. And Sanatan Goswami said, Maiya, what are you doing? This is Seva Aparad. You cannot perform worship like this. I met someone who says that हमारे घर में offering कैसे करें? क्योंकि हम तो रसोई साफ किए नहीं बनाते हैं. That should not be the standard. नहीं साफ करते तो अभी करो. But deity worship has to be done with very much of connection. You cannot ignore the deity. So here, Madhavendra Puri is being specifically told that what kind of chandan Gopal wants. And he says that you go. Because this chandan is not ordinary chandan. Similarly, if you have to do your deity worship, you should have details. And you should try to find out the best source which is possible. So this chandan used to come to India from Malaysia. The Gajapati rulers of Puri, they used to import it. And that chandan, Gopal is asking, is telling Madhavendra Puri that you go and taste me. Because when you grind and anoint me with that chandan, then only my path will be. Not with any ordinary chandan. So we all know that he leaves and he goes. Immediately, he makes an arrangement to move. He does not wait, that he does not know the route. He does not have any means to proceed. At that time, there was no conveyance, no air route or no travel route. So he traveled on foot 2,000 kilometers. And at what age? At the age of 88. And we see he comes to Remuna. There are very beautiful details about the deity of Gopinath. Very extraordinary deity of Gopinath. All the deities that we see, these are the deities which are carved by Maharaj Vajranath. And Vajranath is the great grandson of Krishna. He carved his deity just before the advent of Kali Yuga, at the end of Dwapar Yuga. But this deity of Gopinath, which is there in Remuna, so Madhavendra Puri, when he came to Remuna, he was very much captivated by the surroundings of Remuna. It was very, very extraordinary. It was so pleasing. It was like, it is exactly considered to be like Chitraput, where like Ram, with Mother Sita and Lakshmana, he stayed there because it was very, very beautiful. It was very Ramaniya, very captivating place. And when Lord Ram was there with Mother Sita in exile, so one day what he saw, that there was a thunderstorm. And after the thunderstorm, the rain was over. So many cows who came out. And there were many gopas, the walas, who surrounded the Chitraput. And when Lord Ram saw these cows, this gopas, he smiled. And when he smiled, Mother Sita inquired that, my Lord, why you are smiling here? What is the reason that brings so much of smile on your face? So Lord Ram declares that in my next incarnation, I will appear as Gopal. I will play with the cowherd boys. and I will gaze to the cows. So I will be Gopal and then I will become Govind. So Mother Sita said that I want to see that beautiful form of your Gopal Vesh. Gopavesha Murli Kara Navakishora Natuvara. That is the eternal form of the Lord. So Lord Ram, he took his arrow and there was a big stone there, and with his arrow he started to carve that stone. And he made the beautiful form of Gopinath. And Mother Sita worshipped that deity. And when they were to proceed from Chitrakoot, Lord Ram gave this deity to the sages, those sages who were there in Chitrakoot, and they were worshipping this deity for long, this Gopinath deity. And after a long time, there was one very pious king who came from Puri, and he came to Chitrakoot for pilgrimage. And when he came to this hermitage of this sages, this ashram of the sages, he saw this fascinating deity of Gopinath. He was so much captivated that he stayed there for some time. And when he was to leave, he could not leave because he was so much captivated. He had so much of affection for the deity. So he begged the sages and said that you please allow me to carry this deity along with me, because I cannot, my life is not separable from this deity. I cannot live without worshipping this deity, without having the audience of this deity of Gopinath. And the sages, after seeing the devotion and dedication of the king, they were convinced, and they allowed the king to take the deity with him. And this is how the deity of Gopinath is traveled from Chitrakoot towards the Jagannathpuri. And when the king was bringing the deity, when he came to the space of Remuna, the deity became so heavy that it could not be moved. The king tried all his level best, but he could not move the deity any further. And Gopinathji appeared to him in the dream and told him that this is the place where I want to be installed. That is Remuna. Any one of you have been to Remuna? Some of you are from Odisha. You don't even travel to pilgrimage place of Odisha. I have been to Remuna many years back. Oh, Ravinder has been to Remuna. So this was Gopinath deity. And Madhavendra Puri was going to Puri to bring that Malaya Chandan. And when he came to Remuna, it became dark in the night. So he had to take shelter. So he came to this temple of Gopinath. And when he stayed there, he could see the standard of worship being very exemplary. Very high standard of worship of Gopinath. The standard which was set by the sages and then followed by the king and then it followed on. That is the legacy. That is how we see the deity worship. I just went to the temple today. I was determined to take darshan. I was so much appreciating the way the chandan has been applied and how the shringar was impeccable. Every time it is impeccable. How it is happening is because the standard which is set by Shiv Prabhupada. That is the legacy. And all devotees, they try to put in their heart. Although this time I was not there in the temple for the last 4 or 5 days, but somehow all the garlands and other decorations came out very well. Shreya, did you go to the temple to make that jewelry? Very nice jewelry made by
No, Prabhuji.
Mataji's team. What is her name? Nilima.
Nilima Mati.
2 days back she had asked for some flowers, but I was there. I have shared the photograph. You see the depth and the details. That there are so many jewelry items which have been made of flowers, which adds to the beauty of the decoration done to the Lord. So anyhow, the Lord Madhavendra Puri was very much captivated, and he wanted to ask that what are the special offerings you do for Gopinath? Because in his heart he had a desire that he wants a similar offering to be offered to Gopal. And they told him that we make an offering which is not even offered in any part of the three worlds. Not even the heavenly planet such offering is made. And that offering is Amrita Keli. It is Sheer. There is no rice in that. So, Madhavendra Puri Path, he desired that I want to make a similar offering. If there is such an offering which has not been available to anywhere in the three worlds, it is being offered to Gopinath, and I want the same offering to be offered to Gopal. I remember many years back, I had gone first time to Chopati temple, and somehow I stayed there that night. I don't know about this day. I'm sharing my experience, real life experience. And only in Chopati there is Shayan Darshan. You know what is Shayan Darshan? Just before closing the temple, what they do is they close the temple early at 8 o'clock, and then they will change the dress. The Shayan dress will come, and the Shayan Shringar will come. They will remove all the Shringar. And just 10 minutes before the 9 o'clock, they will open the darshan. It is called Shayan Darshan. And then they will sing a song beautiful, in a very melodious way, with very little musical instruments. Very few devotees are there. Somehow I happened to be there that day. And for the first time in my life, I saw a response Shayan Darshan. And when I saw the garland of Gopinath ji, I was very much attracted to that garland. Because that garland was summer season, this season. It was having the fragrant white mogra flower, but there was another pink flower, which was very attractive with the color combination of white and pink. And I was thinking that how can I get this flower? The next day when I was doing Guru Puja, so I offered the flower to Srila Prabhupada, and the Prabhupada offered flower they were returning to the devotees. So in my hand the same pink flower came, which I saw on the garland of Gopinath. And same day I was returning, so I kept that with me, and I brought that flower back to Delhi. And the devotee who does everyday purchase for me, I gave that flower in his hand, and I told him that you find in the market if you can find such a flower. And when he went to the market, he called me and said, "Prabhuji, ये फूल मिल रहा है, बोलो तो sample में ले आओ मैं कल ले." That is the Kaner pink flower that we offer. Anyway, so this flower came to us, and since then that has added to our garland. That's enhanced the beauty of the garland of Radha Pasta, Sitaram, and all that. In NCR, hardly anybody else offers that flower. So Madhavendra Puri had this desire, pure desire, that he wanted to offer it to Gopal. So how to offer it to Gopal? First he has to know what is the recipe, how it is prepared, how it tastes, what it is inside, what is the ingredients. So you all know he had a desire. But as the desire came, also he condemned himself that it has still not been offered, and the Lord is not accepted, and I am trying to taste. So he felt very embarrassed and guilty, and he immediately left. Without speaking to anyone, he left that place. And we have seen Krishna, what he does. Krishna is known as Makhan Chor, butter thief. And why he was stealing butter? He was feeling hungry. He did not have butter in his house. He was the son of Maharaj Nanda. Nanda had 9 lakh cows. So there was no dearth of butter in his house. But he wanted to exchange love with the gopis. So he used to steal butter. But to exchange love with Madhavendra Puri, he stole that sheep. And he became known as Sheer Jor Gopinath. Krishna is known as Makhan Chor. In our BBT, we used to sell that deity, that form of Krishna, which is called as Makhan Chor. There are many, poses of Krishna, many images of Krishna One is known as Makhanchik. But Krishna, he wanted to glorify Madhavan to such an extent that deity of Gopinath, which was handmade and handcrafted by Lord Ram himself, it was being worshipped in Treta Yuga by the sages and by the kings. That deity he was waiting for this devotee of Madhavan to come, and he changed his mind. You see, every deity that we see of Krishna, before that deity, his topmost devotee name is there. We see Shri Radha Parthasakti. We see Shri Rukmani Dwarkadish. Or we say that Shri Radha Madhava, Shri Radha Gopinath, Shri Radha Govinda. Everywhere Srimati Radharani's name is there. Because Krishna gives more importance to his topmost devotee than himself. Krishna's name comes second. First, the name of Srimati Radharani comes. So here, for Madhavendra Puri, what is the name? It is Shira Choda. So Krishna, he stole the pots of sheep. So one may ask that how he stole the pot of sheep. It was meant to be offered to him only. Na? What was the kheer being prepared for? The sheep was being prepared to be offered to Gopinath. So this is Gopinath's property. What was the purpose of sheep to be prepared? It was to be offered to Gopinath. And if Gopinath took it, so how can he be thief? What is the answer? Why is he known as Shir Chor? Quickly, we are running out of time. Very nectarine pastime. We have never discussed like this. Yes, Bro?
He put one of the cup behind Prabhuji.
Yeah, so I know that. But why can he be called thief? Supposing some property which belongs to your house, you keep it with you. So how you can be thief?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Some voices are coming, but the real voice is not coming.
Yes, Prabhuji.
What do you mean?
Because Madhavendra Puri was desire was that he want to offer same thing to
I am asking what you are replying. I am asking why Gopinath is being called thief when the offering was for him. So why is he thief? All the preparation was for him, for his pleasure. It is his property. Why is he thief? Have you understood the pastime or not? Anyone? Dipankar, you want to speak? You are moving your hand. Quickly, bro. What is we are running out of time? It's 8:45.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. May I, Prabhuji?
Okay.
Prabhuji, because he wants to set an example of pure devotional service.
I am asking this basic question. When he is the proprietor, when he is the owner, how can he be thief? In your house, that something which belongs to you, if you take, how can you be thief? Yes, Priyanka.
प्रभु जी प्रसादम तो सब में बंट जाता है, लेकिन कृष्णा जो थे वो सिर्फ माधवेंद्र पुरी के लिए रखना चाहते थे.
Still not be complete. So try to understand this principle. Till that time it is bhog. It is owned by Krishna. Krishna is Sarvalok Maheshwara. Everything, Isha Vashyam Idam Sarvam. Everything belongs to Krishna. Till that time it is bhoga. Once it has been offered to Krishna and it has become prasad, then it is not the property of Krishna, it is the property of devotee. So if you steal prasad, there is no pap, no offense, because it does not belong to Krishna. It has become the property of devotee. Because it is prasad, it is Krishna's mercy. So Krishna cannot eat his own mercy. It has to be given to devotees. So it has become the property of the pujaris. Once Krishna has accepted it, so Krishna stole it after he accepted it. After it was accepted as bhoga, it became prasad. So prasad is not the property of Krishna. It is the property of his devotees who have offered it. And Krishna took that, so he became Shri devotee. In our temple, I will not name the devotee, there was one devotee. He was so much fond of Mahaprasad that what he did, of GT kitchen he made a duplicate. And in the night when the offering used to come, when everybody used to sleep, he had the duplicate key. He would quietly open the GT kitchen and take out some of the offering and eat it. Many years it was happening and we were not able to catch. It is before I came to the temple. So there was one devotee who was doing it. He would steal all the good preparations. And the GT kitchen was very much in the anxiety of who is doing that, who is there amongst us, who is stealing. They were not able to. One day he was caught. And he was, presented in front of Maharaj. Big case. And Maharaj said, prasading is not stealing. It is transcendental. It belongs to devotees. Maharaj just, left it. He said, don't do it again. But he did not punish him. He said, there is no stealing in prasad. Devotees, there is no stealing. But if Krishna takes prasad, it is stealing. Because it does not belong to him. It belongs to devotees. So prasadam stealing is allowed. If you get prasad somewhere, you can steal it and there is no problem. Because it is the adhikar of devotees. It is prasad. Whenever Krishna says prasade sarva dukkhanam aniyasya upajayate. That if one accepts prasad of Krishna, all the three vidha tap are gone. So anyway, I won't be able to complete with very beautiful pastime. This time I had a very different perspective of understanding this pastime. Not like the usual type. How much Gopal wanted to glorify Madhavan Puri, to what extent he went, and what all he did. Because to what extent Madhavan Puri went. Madhavan Puri took so much of risk of his life without a blemish. Similarly, we see in the life of Srila Prabhupada, that Prabhupada took all the risk to establish Krishna consciousness worldwide. And to what extent Krishna went. Because Krishna was not pleased. I was contemplating on this aspect. That Prabhupada's glory has been spread in the Western world. But what about India? Indians will never know the glories of Srila Prabhupada. So Rukmini Dwarkadish said you have to return back to India. Why? Because Rukmini Dwarkadish wanted the glories of Srila Prabhupada to be known in India. To be spread in all parts of the world. So Madhavan Puri, when he goes to Ramuna and that sheep is stolen by Gopinath and he becomes Shiv Jo, and the glories of Madhavan Puri spreads far and wide. Very beautiful interaction between the Pujari of Gopinath and Madhavan Puri. Because Madhavan Puri, when he had this desire, he felt so guilty that the offering has not been made and I am desiring to taste it. So he left that place and he went. And when that Pujari came searching for Madhavan Puri, calling for Madhavan Puri, where is Madhavan Puri? So Madhavan Puri said, I am that fallen person. Well, I am so fallen that I desire to taste the offering which was being made to Gopinath. And seeing his humility, the Pujari weeps That is why Gopinath said that there is no one in the three worlds as compared to Madhvendra Puri, my disciple. And how Madhvendra Puri values that gift of Gopinath. Every day he would eat a little, and even he ate the container, the earthen pot in which he received that sheep. How much do we value the sound? We many times throw it. How will it work? We should learn from Madhvendra Puri path. And how he valued. Every day he would take out little, relish it. He even after finishing the entire thing, he even ate the pot. Broke the pot in small pieces and took it. And then he's returning back, bringing the chandan. So in the way, there were many other provinces which were ruled by the Muslims. And Gopinath is in so much of anxiety. Gopal is in so much of anxiety. He says that you offer this sandalwood paste to Gopinath, who is inseparable from you. So the deities we should not discriminate. Many lessons from this last time. And the deity is so powerful if we serve. Directly he accepts the service. So never ever try to neglect service to the deities. It's direct offering. And for 21 days, this sandalwood which he carried, it is called one mound. One mound is equal to 40 kgs and 20 tolas of camphor. So the Gajapati Maharaj of Puri, he was so happy to give this very precious chandan to Madhvendra Puri for Gopal. When he comes back to Yamuna, Gopal again comes in the street. So this story, this episode of Madhvendra Puri is being recited by none other than Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is reciting to whom? To Nityananda. And what he says, this is the last verse. प्रभु कहे नित्यानंद करह विचार पूरी समान आगेवान जगत नहीं माधवेंद्र पुरी देहे श्री गौर सुंदर सत्य 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 विराजे निरंतर. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that who is fortunate in this entire three world as compared to Madhvendra. Because Madhvendra Puri, he had personal audience of Gopal Ji. And Gopal personally gave him instructions. So that is why Sri Prabhupada established the culture of deity worship in our society. The center point is deity worship. Actual worship is deity. Such love. The love of Sripad Madhvendra. प्रगाढ़ प्रेमेराई स्वभाव आचार निज दुख विज्ञान करे विचार. प्रगाढ़ प्रेम, intense love. What is the symptom of intense love? That nij dukha vignan, that personal inconvenience, impediments, distraction, disturbance. He never thought that how will I go 2,000 kilometers without any travel allowance, without anyone knows, where will I stay, what food will I have, where, which path I will go. Nothing. One desire to serve. So I'll stop here. So this is a very beautiful Chandani Yatra. And for 21 days, the Lord accepts the love of Madhvendra Puri in the form of sandalwood. Through the sandalwood paste, the more we rub the sandalwood paste, the more the fragrance comes. So the sandalwood paste is nothing else but the fragrance of love of Sripad Madhvendra Puri, which all the deities in all parts of the world, they are smearing on their entire form and accepting Islam. So all glories to Sri Madhavendra Puri, all glories to Chandani, all glories to Akshay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. It is almost 9. Hare Krishna. Someone wants to say something? 2-3 minutes to 9. Any experience of rubbing chandan to your deities? Any special arrangement you made or any reciprocation you received? You can share. How many of you rubbed chandan today? If you don't have the opportunity to rub chandan, you can come in the temple and do. Ultimately, rubbing chandan. Try to do some service. The main motive behind this pastime is that we should all engage in service with now. The shining example is Sripad Madhavendra Puri. Okay, thank you very much.